From the frozen edge of the world, they came. Men who sailed beneath blood-red skies, their ships gliding like shadows across a restless sea. To their enemies, they were monsters. To their own, they were heroes, chosen by the gods. But who were they, really? Were the Vikings savage destroyers or architects of a new world? Their story begins not with war, but with myth. In the far north, where winter devours half the year and the sun hides for months at a time, a people learn to find meaning in struggle. Around their hearths, they whispered stories of gods and giants, of Odin, the All-Father, who gave his eye for wisdom, of Thor, protector of mankind, who wielded thunder itself, of Loki, the trickster, weaving chaos into fate. These weren't mere myths, they were mirrors, reflections of endurance and strength. Across the fjords, small tribes fished, forged, and dreamed. But the land was cruel and hunger endless. So they turned to the sea, and from their hands came a masterpiece, the longship, sleek, swift, relentless. When its dragon head touched the tide, the world trembled. The year, 793, Lindisfarne, a quiet monastery by the sea. Monks pray beneath stone arches when the horizon darkens. Out of the fog, sails appear, black and silent. The Northmen strike, the church burns. Europe awakens to fear. This was the dawn of the Viking Age. But what monks saw as barbarism, the Norse saw as balance, a quest for glory and survival. They raided for silver and stories. Each voyage, a test of will. Each victory, a mark upon history. From the British Isles to the rivers of France, from the Baltic to Spain, their sails haunted every horizon. Each raid whispered the same message: we are here. The world was vast, but the Vikings made it smaller. They followed rivers east, trading furs and amber for silk and silver. They reached Constantinople, guarding emperors and exploring beyond empire walls. In the east, they became the Rus, the ancestors of Russia. To the west, they ventured further still, Iceland, Greenland, and beyond the horizon. Leif Erikson, son of Eric the Red, crossed the unknown ocean and stepped onto new soil. Vinland, North America. 500 years before Columbus. For a moment, they touched the impossible and reached beyond myth. Generations passed, and the wild spirit of the Vikings began to change. The children of raiders became rulers, and with power came new dreams. In England, they carved their own law, the Danelaw. In Dublin, they built cities of trade and stone. At home, kings rose to unify the North. Harald Bluetooth united Denmark under one crown. Olaf Tryggvason spread the faith of Christ across Norway. The old gods slowly faded. Odin's ravens fell silent. Thor's hammer lay still. And church bells echoed through the fjords. The Viking world was transforming from chaos to crown, from raid to realm. Year is 1066. King Harald Hardrada, the last great Viking, lands upon English shores. He dreams of one final conquest, one last blaze of glory. But at Stamford Bridge, the dream dies. Arrows fill the sky. The king falls. And with him ends an era. Yet fate plays its final trick. William the Conqueror, who soon takes the English throne, carries Viking blood in his veins. The dragons may have vanished, but their fire lived on. The Vikings were more than warriors. They were storytellers, builders, dreamers, children of a world that demanded courage and celebrated those who dared to fight it. They shaped languages, founded cities, connected continents, and though their gods are silent now, their echoes still linger in our stories, our blood, and our longing for the unknown. When you hear the call of the sea, when adventure stirs your heart, that's their spirit, the same fire that once lit the northern skies. The Viking Age never truly ended. It simply became a part of us.